we're gonna go to our last topic, man. And it's a conversation where it's being talked about by every blogger, every media. You
Every
go on the
bad
Twitter,
rapper.
Jason, every battle rapper, you going on the Twitter, people going back and forth with each other. So with that being said, you are a battle rapper, top tier, vet, legend when it's all said and done. I'm gonna ask you this. When somebody chokes in a round, they automatically lose that round.
Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes. So I can elaborate. In a judge battle, you're definitely going to lose some points for that round, right? And it all depends on how you choke. Let's start there. If you choked and your round was a snooze fest and you didn't get no reaction the whole round and you choked, oh yeah, you absolutely automatically lost that round. But let's say you was cooking and you got towards the end of your round and you fuck up. You just like, oh, fuck it, round. In my opinion, you do not automatically lose that round. Whoever rapped better, that's the point of a battle rap. Whoever rapped better, whoever kept you more entertained, is who wins the battle. Now, when we talking judge battles, that can be different. Can be. And you see I'm saying can because people judge battles in different ways. You can have five judges that's just giving their opinion. You can have a point system like Remy did at the beginning of the tournament. Now, when you have a point system, then okay. And if your point system decides that a choke is an automatic loss, then it's an automatic loss. And don't get me wrong, yes, I do remember early in the culture when if you even stumbled, yes, you lost that round automatically. But that was back then.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So now elaborate me and the culture that's going to be watching this video. What's the difference between a stumble and a choke?
A stumble is if I'm rapping and I'm going like this and I go and I slip over a word, but I instantly continue to say my round. Where it doesn't mean that I don't know my round. I just tripped over a word. Maybe it was a tongue twister or something, or maybe I did forget for a second, but I got right back into it. A choke is when you have an extensive period of time of you not rapping and you got to think about it and then you got to get back into it. To me, that's at least anywhere over 30 seconds or over 45 seconds, which that's a very long time. So, especially in battle rap timing, anywhere around there, yeah, you choked. But if I'm rapping and I'm saying my round like this and I go, oh, I'm saying my round like this, da 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 da, that's not a choke. That is a stumble.
So if you're rapping and you're trying to repeat the words over again and you're trying to bring it back, that's a stumble.
Yeah, but only if you're able to bring it right back. If you
But
have if you have to say it over that last whatever line you said, if you in one of them situations where you saying the line over and over and over and over and over again and you can't get past that line, that is a choke.
okay, all right. Okay, all right. So okay, so did Dice choke? That's what it comes down to.
Yes, he choked. He
um
choked.
okay, so for me,
In the first round, when the whole situation threw him off and he had to get back into his shit, even though it was an extensive period of time, and that's what I just said, I will say that's not fully a choke because it was emotionally charged. He said, I'm gonna slap you. He said, I'm gonna slap you. Da 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 da. So I get some people might feel like, all right, well, that's not a choke because da 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 da. That's emotionally charged. So if you want to say that, whatever, whatever. But still, it was an extended period of time. It took him a while to get his shit back. You get what I'm saying? So
I don't know how anybody's trying to defend and debate that. That's a choke at the end of the day.
yeah,
When you choke, you lose that round. I'm sorry, man. I got to take points off. And I'm looking in the aspects at a media point of view, and the media mindset. Because I do my rankings and I score who's the best battle rappers of the year and all that. So that those type of things when it comes to media for a blogger, I think that matters. That type of stuff matters to us. When you choke or stumble, there is going to be points taken away. I'm sorry. I
yeah.
can't.
It absolutely matters, and points are going to be taken away, but you can also regain those points back if your round is just super fucking fire and you just kept the people entertained. It's when you have that awkward period of time that takes away from your momentum. So maybe I should word it that way. If you fuck up and it doesn't take away from your momentum, then you can still win the round. If you fuck up and it takes away from your momentum, if you had momentum, then you lost that round.
Yeah, yeah. That I agree. I agree with you on that though, man. It does. It kind of does matter what your opponent does when it's his turn, though. Like if your opponent,
And how well you rapped versus what they said. If
yeah,
if I'm in a round, we got 3 minute rounds, right? And 2 minutes in, I choke and I don't remember the rest of my shit. But in my 2 minutes, I was whooping your ass so fucking bad, and I had about 10 room rockers. And in your round, you only shook the crowd once, but you telling me I lost that round because I didn't finish, even though I got way more crowd reaction in the time that I rapped? That don't even make sense. Battle
it's
rap ain't just rapping. This shit is theater. This shit is entertainment. It's all about who was more entertaining or who kept you captivated throughout the duration of the battle. People gonna fuck up. Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say too before you cut me off. Yes, in the beginning of battle rap, in the DVD era and stuff like that, if you stumbled a little bit, if you lost, because that's just that niggas didn't do that back then. But we all have to admit, if we could admit to that, we can also admit that this shit has evolved now. It's so much bigger. And that don't mean it should be an excuse for people to fuck up. But it's just not as frowned upon as it used to be. Period, point blank.
and especially on a judge battle, also, man, you gotta take those things under account. Also, like
Right.
like
So
it's
in a
not
judge battle, if you in a judge battle, when the judge say, "Oh well, you choked that round, so to me you lost," I wouldn't be mad at them. But if another judge said, "Yo, you fucked up, but you was cooking, your round was still better," I still give you that round. I wouldn't be mad at them either. You get what I'm saying?
a person that I don't know if she choked or not, or you could call it that she stumbled like Big Ice. She was cooking, but she stumbled in the round, the last battle that I seen from hers. And I
Hmm.
seen there's a couple battles that I have seen where I guess you could say they choke or stumble, and I actually had them winning
But
that round.
But do you that Big Ice is a perfect example, but do you see why though people was able to look past the chokes? Because she was so fire in all her other bars. So people more so was disappointed in the chokes because she was so fire. If she was ass, they would just be like, yo, get her the fuck out of here. She choked, she stunk up the place, get out of here. But she was so good that niggas saw past the chokes. And whether we like to admit it or not, that's how it works sometimes. This is an
An-
opinionated
an-
sport.
Another battle that's always gonna be infamous, that people's always gonna remember.
Lux and Calico.
Yep. That's always gonna live in every friend, every battle rapper, every blogger.
And
That's the
even
perfect
that
example.
kind of contradicts my earlier definition, but I'm just trying to keep it to where people could kind of get an understanding. Because yes, Lux choked for an extensive period of time. But Lux, before he choked, he came rapping so crazy, like we haven't heard in years, that people, you get what I'm saying? People's like, man,
Mm.
fuck that choke. And he had already rapped for like a good 10 minutes anyway. And they got some long ass rounds. So now, and once again, that was not a judge battle. In a judge battle, somebody could have said, yo, nah, he lost that. But this is an opinionated sport. He was more entertaining to some people.
You're right. It is
And it's
opinion.
still a legendary battle, the most legendary choke probably ever.
Yeah, you're right. It is opinionated, but people have their opinions.
Right.
Even though people have the opinions, I think the people are offended because they believe those people's opinions.
Right.
Because if that was the case, you would be like, okay, I don't care what this person thinks, but obviously you feel some type of way because somebody's giving their opinion on what they're saying. Like I actually put out a tweet earlier today, and I said, dude, if you choke in the round, plain and simple, for me, you lost that round. for me, it's always been like that. As long as I've been watching battle rap and I've been following it, if you choke, man, it's just you lose that round. It's just pretty simple. And I mean, it does matter. It does matter though if you're going last in that round or you're going first in the round. I think if you go
And
first, you
and too, we forgetting the aspect is it also is a factor of where you choke in your round. Now, if you choke 4 balls in and we don't hear shit, then yeah, you automatically lost the round. We didn't hear shit. But if you get to your last 8 or whatever, and then you fuck it up, like I said, but you kept me entertained the whole time, then hey, your choke might not matter, depending upon how entertaining you was, and how entertaining your opponent is. Now, if your opponent is on fire, then fuck, yep, you shouldn't have choked. But if your opponent is ass, so
it was kind of interesting though because I seen this out of nowhere. I seen people talking about choking early in the morning. I was like, where is this coming from? And then I was like, I know they're not talking about the dice battle at Nansel. And fortunately, they end up talking about it, and it's a good conversation to be talking about though. But at the end of the day, man, choking is choking. There's no way that you could spin this, man. I mean, there are a couple loopholes behind it that you can get by, but as far as choking goes, man, it applies me the same way as long as I've been watching battle rap, and it's never gonna change. And at the end of the day, Dice choked in that battle.
mm-hmm. And it was a judge battle. So when it's a
Yep.
judge battle, it's like automatic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if you judge battle, that matters though. That matters. You choke in a judge battle, you lose that round.
yeah.
Well, man, that's all we have for you guys today. We're gonna wrap things up and get out of here, man. So let's go to our shout outs.
Yo, shout out to Finn, shout out the leagues, shout out URL for this Nexus card. Shout out to all the battle rappers that's putting these fire cards together. Shout out to Chilla, shout out to T Top and Tay Rock and everybody that's got cards coming up. Shout out to the fans. C3 featuring Method Man Round Me is out on Apple Music. The Ringleader is out on all platforms. Shout out my boy Keo, we here. So yeah, and shout out the fans. Shout out everybody, man.
Yeah, man, definitely shout to C3. Make sure you go check out her single, check out her project that she got out on all platforms. She got some battles coming up, so she's getting set for that. Maybe a couple more. And shout out to the battle rap culture, man. But with that being said, this is MBS Uncensored. That's C3. I'm Keel. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. We out.
Peace.